million podcasters and article publishing companies reporting different facts on this story and how things have gone down from the beginning of this week to now. But if y'all check out previous live stream recordings done by myself when it came to reactions about P. Diddy and allegations that were spreading, I was on here 4 months ago talking, you know what I'm saying, giving my opinions about things. I just think it matters in the smallest way. Y'all know how I always say every voice matters. Uh-huh. Cause it's crazy. Now everybody, well, I was starting off saying, if you're looking for the details about the his homes being raided and stuff like that, that's not what I'm here to talk about today. It's so many other reporters and information. Uh I like how Dane Calloway on his channel, he always like, hey, I'm just here to make y'all think. I feel something like him sometimes, like I'm here to make people think, but I say I'm more here to inspire people to do their own OWN research about things and, you know, give your own. What is your reaction? What is your perception? What is your opinion? Yeah. Even when I was in school, teachers teach things. There would sometimes be certain topics or things that we were covering that I had to go try to go find my own way because maybe the teacher didn't teach it, the way they gave it. I didn't fully understand what y'all think tutoring is about. Sometimes you can be your own tutor. Go do your own research or whatever. Okay. You be surprised because we all got different perceptions on things. That's why right now you got fans like what's his name, Stevie J, that feel different about P. Diddy. It's just an example. And I just thought he was a funny example to use right now because Stevie J's been in the headlines recently. It cracked me up, y'all. I needed that laugh. You know how sometimes you building your own thing, you got your own issues in life, but you come across something that just make you laugh. I needed that laughter this week when I seen Stevie J come out talking about calling he called himself calling 50 Cent out. This story and what P. Diddy got going on right now is so crazy, man. Like, cause everybody's gonna get a laugh or two somewhere for sure. Not about the allegations and what the victims and things that are coming out have been through. We're not laughing at that. We laughing at like the reactions, right? I'm just here to get mine. But like the reactions have been crazy. This is one of the biggest stories of 2024. And we're approaching April 1st as of tomorrow. Shout out to my oldest daughter. Tomorrow's her birthday. That's my April Fool's baby. Shout out to young Kai. She's currently still building her brand. Uh, she's an aspiring rapper herself and everything. She's working on a channel. I would shout the channel out, but I'm still helping her to get those things together because coincidentally, people like Justin Bieber were found, discovered right there on YouTube and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I still do my best to motivate and encourage her, uh, even through trying times. My kids know I'm a firm believer. You don't let nothing like no trying time stop. I done introduced them to too many inspirational stories. You know what I'm saying? True stories of people, just about every celeb was just like us before they got where I think people hate that I have that mindset now, but it is what it is. And I'm gonna pass it down to my youngsters, you know what I'm saying? Because I might not always be here, but no matter what you're going through, you know what I'm saying? You got to be your own number one supporter and things like that. But yeah, Stevie J called himself calling out 50 Cent, and I needed that laugh. Like, he told 50 Cent, man, if you got a problem that P. Diddy was with your baby mama, come see me about it. That's practically what Stevie J said in a nutshell. It was so funny to me, and I needed that laugh this week. I don't know about y'all. I'm talking about, I watched that short third where he went live about that. I had it on repeat. Like, did this man really come out, you know, talk about kahunas? This man came out and called out the 50 Cent, the get rich or die hard trying mogul here. Okay. Uh I was like, Stevie J of all people. Somebody in the comments of the video I watched, they was talking they noise. They say, now y'all know 50 Cent to beat the brakes off a man like Stevie J because Jocelyn did. And it was just funny, y'all. They say Jocelyn used to beat that man up all the time, but he had the nerve to come out calling out Stevie J. It was so funny. So, anyways, I don't know. But yeah, like I said, I'm not here to go over it's already, y'all know I got to be different. It's enough people giving out the details and talking about the allegation. Or if you want to hear my reaction to allegations, it was like 4 months ago. The Crown Publishing Content, me, the host over here, I gave my reaction to allegations when Miss Cassie Ventura, way back then, when he paid her out of suit to be quiet. Okay. In so many words, that's what he did. Because she had filed a suit that seemed like just sparked this whole, you know what I'm saying, up to now. And I thought it was interesting in. So I came on here and gave my reaction. Feel free to check out previously recorded streams just like these on the Crown Publishing Content YouTube channel if y'all want to. That's where I gave my reactions to allegations. The thing is, everybody just talking about how uh, uh, a trio of his homes were raided earlier this week. Okay, so I don't want to like talk about that. We all pretty much know that by today. Happy I'ma say Resurrection Sunday to you guys out there. All right. There's one thing about Miss Arthur Tedder Sherry. I do believe I have my firm reasons I believe in the resurrection power of Christ and the resurrection spirit of Christ. Is kind of like what I was talking about, a part of what keeps me motivated and inspired. And not that I try to push religion and stuff like that on my children, but even if you weren't a religious person, a spiritual believer, anybody could be inspired by something like the thought of, like I say, it's all about perception. Okay, something like a resurrection, that it could be real, not just in life and death and things like that, but sometimes you can have a death in your life in other areas of your life. You know what I'm saying? You could have an ego death. You could have a death in your career, a death in your marriage, a death in your goals or something like that, right? But see, that don't bother a person who believes in resurrection. Okay, you killed me once, you killed me twice, you killed me 3 times. If I say no, it ain't time for that area of my life to die. Well, we got to bring it back, and that's what I mean when I say resurrection. But yeah, for real though, y'all, we wish everybody a happy Resurrection Sunday. Y'all stay safe with your families and things out there, and enjoy one another while you're here. That's a little bit about what we here to talk about. Resurrection Sunday or not, you got fathers like Al B. Shore out here really wanting to know what's going on with his son. Holiday or not. Don't y'all think he'd rather be kicked up somewhere, kicking it with his family? So yeah, I just wanted to come give my reaction because okay, let me go back. So yeah, like a trio of Diddy's homes was raided earlier this week. I was just encouraging y'all. Y'all can go check out that news and details about all that on some other channel. Cause today I'm just more, I'm just reminding everybody, y'all can go find that information somewhere else. I'm more here to talk about the reality of what a father, any father, not just Al B. Shore, must be going through. Um, After seeing his son's stepfather, his son's legal, I guess you could say father, because they say Diddy adopted, you know what I'm saying? He got like adoption rights and things like this to the young man, Quincy Brown and everything. Well, it's just so much with this story. It's so much. For real, because there's no way you could talk about Al B. Sure's son without you know what I'm saying, not mentioning the late Miss Kim Porter, his mother, who passed away allegedly. The passing away part is not alleged, okay, but allegedly of pneumonia in the year 2018. hmm And the reason I say allegedly is because s- it's like this big chain reaction just went off because we know that through the grapevine we had already heard that people thought it might have been some foul play involved because P. Diddy was the man she was with and had twins by and all this at the time of her passing and things like this. So it was just a lot of speculation in the industry. Out not just Al B. Sure, but close friends of hers. Let's talk about Kamora Lee Simmons and other women. You know what I'm saying? She was running with it in the industry at the time. Who just said, "Look, someone right about the way she." They saying she left her. How is a healthy, vibrant woman like her just catch pneumonia at the blue? Not saying that it's impossible, but this is what they were saying. Uh, right around the time she probably was due to write a tell-all book about what she knew about her husband and all of this, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And this whole story touches me in many ways for different reasons. Cause I've tried to tell people for a long time, being an author is not for the weak or coming up with a vision for a book. That's why I always speak on, like as an author, I can understand getting excited about releasing something new. But even personally, I don't talk much about my work as much. We just gonna get to it. You ain't gotta talk about what you finna produce. Hell, I believe industry leaders even see this. You know what I'm saying? When they're about to release a movie or some new project, they not always talking about it no more. We just see it. We just see it come out when it come out, and I feel like that is the better way uh, to do things. I feel like more we're gonna see more talented people be like that because of stories like Kim Porter's and everything. Okay, yeah. Anyways, I would just say, in my opinion, that was crazy. Anyway, if you knew how powerful that man was, she should have just been a little more careful, I guess, with revelations about projects like what she was about to do with that book. Hold on one second, y'all. Thank you guys for understanding my slight pause break. I'll be right back. Y'all give me about 30 seconds. All right, I'm back. And this is why I love my subscribers. Y'all been rolling and sticking with me through the thicks and the thin, alright? So we have to take our pause break sometimes because I got a little baby girl. She's in there watching her show and everything and was trying to wake her sister up. I'm like, see, she's one. Yeah, sister like nine. Y'all, if only I've been thinking about that too. Like I might just y'all know how like T.I. had like the family hustle type of deal. They just record their life and everything. I've been thinking about doing something similar in the year of 2024 because boy I mean I get the people that see it up close and personal whatever. I do get my I feel like my flowers of respect for how much I do or how multitasking I can be or whatever the resiliency, but just to put y'all in my life a little bit, see the kids more with their personalities, how they support me. But my little baby funny though. She called herself just gonna wake up her sister. I'm in the middle of trying to record. It was just me and her up thugging it out this morning, but she in there trying to wake her sisters up. I'm like, I done put your whole show on. You got your cereal, but I love them. I love them nonetheless. That's why I was touched even more to try to put myself in Mr. Albisher's shoes, like really, because he's a parent and he's making it known again. He's the biological parent of, his son Quincy and everything, right? I think people just have more questions for sure. Like, man, what really happened? I mean, especially after his mother passed and everything. Because I feel like that's a big factor to it. If this young man find out along the way that, because we don't all truthfully, and this is just my opinion, we don't all really know what that young man knows. Because there was those twins, mama too. It's crazy. Like we don't know what all he know already. He's a grown man, and his father came out recently openly on social media pleading for his son to come on back home, especially after he seen what was going down at the properties of p.diddy, how those properties were being raided and everything. Ain't that crazy, y'all? Hit that like button. uh, Leave your opinions in the comment section. That's crazy. A lot of people saying they would have went over there personally and dragged their son up out that man house, but see, y'all have to remember and think realistically. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to say that love will make you do some crazy things, especially for your kids and everything, but you can't just be stepping all up on that man property. Like I'm sure he got security and all these life don't work like that when they get to that level, and his son is grown at this point. But of course, I'm like everybody else with that. It made me think about R. Kelly and those young ladies right before he was apprehended and his homes was raided and everything. Y'all remember that? Them young ladies, you see these men be quick to be like, oh, ain't nobody holding them hostage and this is consented and anything they're doing over here is consented and it's legal. They be so sure that they have um covered all their tracks and traces when it come to having somebody else hold kids at their house. Hit that like button if y'all agree. It's just something about that don't sit right to me. So I had to come. I mean, Diddy's all in the news. Why hadn't I done my reaction or recording about this topic yet? Well, I had, like I said, 4 months ago, I was already talking about this on the Crown Publishing Content channel, but now the update, the homes being raided and everything, I heard because I want to talk a little bit about what Diddy's lawyer had to say. Now, see, back in December 2023, that was around the time I was talking about this. Between the months of October and December 23, it's just funny. Yeah, his attorney commented to People. This was their response to People magazine and everything. Yeah. Him and his attorney claimed, look, this is all simply an attempt to assassinate my client's character and destroy his reputation and legacy. hmm This just keep up with me, y'all. Keep up with me because now this updated thing I heard that the attorney this updated statement that they trying to say now was crazy to me. hmm On Tuesday, the attorney was open to comments after these raids and everything had went down. And the attorney gonna say, the way they stormed my client's home was as if they had to use military force. I was just reading, y'all know me, I like to read through the lines of articles and everything. And yeah, he was like, this was compared to a witch hunt. And oh my God, if the Stevie J comment to 50 Cent didn't make me laugh, this made me laugh even harder. Cause it's like, did they compare? Did his attorney try to compare recently? I'm talking about this week. The way they rated, yeah. Now I get it. I get it. Don't get me wrong. On a professional level, I get it. Like your attorney got to comment something. Everybody wants to know what's going on. Everybody wants to know what Diddy got to say in his defense. But it was crazy for them to say. I'm like, that's the best he could come up with. It was his choice of wording there. Now I can understand him and his client feeling like there was some type of military force type, you know what I'm saying? Really, really aggressive searches done on his home. I mean, witnesses even say they saw the feds over there earlier this week between the hours of 3:30 p.m. all the way to midnight. And when I really calculated that time frame, that's a lot of time. That's a lot of time to even spend on one home searching it. uh, Even if you put a trio of homes together and they were searching all three homes between 3 and 12 midnight, that is a lot of time invested. And y'all know updates claim that they did find a lot of evidence, supposedly a lot of videotapes. Y'all want to know why they was videotapes? Well, you got to go back to the 90s. Wasn't no DVDs and uh, TikTok and all that back then. OnlyFans. That's how they make their money out there now, and on apps and things like this. So yeah, back then we had the good old you had your VCRs and your VH tape. Y'all remember those cameras? I sure do. Those they was big too. I think you could hold it in one hand. Man, those was the good days, weren't they, ladies and gentlemen? Those VHS recorder, those type of cameras. Yeah, they found supposedly tapes. When I seen tapes, I'm like, what? When I, I'm telling y'all gotta read the words for what they be. He said they found tapes, okay? TAPES. So y'all know back then you had to take a permanent marker because you gonna forget what's on the tape. Oh yeah, you could record movies. You know, you thought you had it made back then. If you could record your favorite episode or movie on cable, you could put your V. I forgot exactly the process of how you could do it, but you could pop that tape in and it would record off the TV screen. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have what's that called today? Y'all know what I'm talking about. DVR and all that, where you could push play, rewind. That's what we could do all that. We got those luxuries today. You can watch a movie and rewind it, pause it if you got to go to the bathroom. Look at what I'm doing on a live stream. I can pause it, come back, speak some more. Technology has truly advanced. But imagine, because I know a lot of y'all out there probably still got tapes too. Now, I'm not talking about the type of tapes that were found in P. Diddy's home. I'm sure they weren't all bad. You know, he probably had old tapes of family gatherings and parties. But boy, they must have found some things. It's it's some allegations and rumors that they done found tapes of you know what I'm saying, explicit behaviors and acts of celebrities. That's all we got so far. That's all you really need to when you try to predict the future. I know a lot of people talking about how powerful, not to take from that woman, the psychic that had been predicting what was going to go down around this time in P. Diddy's life. Yeah, if you haven't heard about that, go Google it, check it out. Everybody's talking about it. And I'm not taking from her. I know psychic abilities are very real. But uh because I'm not here to really, it's a reason I brought that up. They talking about that. Yeah. A part of what she was saying was that they were going to find the type of evidences that they found. She predicted what was going to go down in this man's life, is my point. But really, Whether you had psychic abilities or not, we could all see this coming. Hit that like button if you agree. We could see. I think people were secretly waiting on it. The reason I say that is because look how many celebrities are now willing to blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Do 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 do. It made me think of that song. For real though. Like ever since this ain't even him being that because his attorney is mentioning it. Like, hey, they didn't even apprehend. At the airport, Diddy was questioned. His phone was seized, but he wasn't apprehended. You know what I'm saying? His phone was seized and he was questioned before he was cleared to leave on that plane that day. It's what I saw through my research. And then they say the home raids came 1 month after his ex producer. I had did a podcast about the recording. That man that he hadn't even worked for him long, to my understanding, but he was accusing Diddy of being the leader of several crime circles and organizations, and he filed his suit in New York. Okay. But the thing is, only a month later, after this ex music producer that used to work for P. Diddy, yeah, only what is his name, Rod Jones or something like that. Yep, you seen these raids coming. That's why I'm saying I even personally with my work, I said, well, let me do a podcast recording stream about this topic when that because I could feel it. You ain't got or maybe that is the psychic in me, but I could feel it. I said I'm gonna go do a recording about that. Another man comes out. This was after Cassie Ventura and her allegations. Y'all remember that? In latter 2023. But see, he paid her out. And my reaction to that is if you paid that one woman out, number one, you're most definitely guilty, sir. Not that it's our business or anything, but when they asked my reaction about it, because everybody's talking about this, I said, oh yeah, whatever Cassie was talking about, he did it. He did it and probably some more. But then another man, that's what was powerful to me about the Diddy story. This is crazy, sir. You got people of all ages and sexes blowing the whistle on that ass. Hit that like button. You know, we've it just take us back, make you think about Michael Jackson. Back to what I was saying about yeah. When I say Michael Jackson, let me be clear. I'm talking about because even his name is mentioned and some of the evidence is they supposedly found in P. Diddy's house. But anyways, I was talking about R. Kelly, how them girls he had over there right before they got him, they parents was kind of like Al B. Shore, asking them to come home, saying it was not like they children to even though R. Kelly was putting them on camera, making them say that because that's my opinion of what he was doing. The man's in prison now. Then them girls want to come out later and say they was going through this and that. But yeah, them people was pleading for their kids to come home. That's what it made me think about. This the times we living in, y'all. People try, abusers try to ride that to the core. Well, uh, they consented. They consented to come over here to my house. I don't think anybody consents to go to anybody home and be held hostage. Hit that like button if you agree. And then when it comes to being a stepchild, you damn sure didn't consent to who your parent end up with. Cause and I say this in the defense of Al B. Shore's son. You know, he didn't tell his mama. He didn't tell his mama to marry P. Diddy or turn her back on his daddy and be with that man. He's just caught up. That's the whole thing I wanted to mention here when it comes to P. Diddy kids all together, step kids, adopted kids, because y'all know that's coming out now too. Some Caucasian young lady he adopted. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I didn't know nothing about that till I seen that footage circulating, how he made her come on camera. That just screams guilty. I just want him, R. Kelly, Michael Jackson, any of them that's done ever did that. Somebody got to come on camera and say, "I'm okay, I'm okay, y'all. I just chose to do this," and explain themselves. Something deeper is going on. That's gonna always be my opinion about that. Cause why you gotta come? I get it that these guys be celebrities and they reputations and everything be on the line, but why you got to get somebody to come on camera and say, no, 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 this person's okay? Hell, parents be having to go to the extent of doing well checks and trying to see what's going on with their kids because y'all holding them hostage. They know they kids. They know if it's like they kid or not to you know what I'm saying, just stay at somebody's house. Cause some artists done offered them a deal. Cause we don't hear this about everybody now. Now, like I said, I want to stay kind of on one track here and not get all over the place. Cause you got Justin Bieber, Usher. Yep, this supposed to be in amongst the names of people of evidence they found in that man's house on videotapes too. And I'm gonna mention that one more time. Everybody's talking about this. Justin Bieber got a lot of fans. Hit that like button if you know what I'm talking about. Usher got a lot of fans. When I say things like this, they got a lot of fans. Just cause these men's in their 30s and 40s now don't mean they fans ain't concerned about what they might have had to endure, what they had to go through to get the positions they claimed in the field of fame. What y'all mean? And then you can't miss it. I don't know what the parents be thinking, but yeah, y'all be the main ones gonna be looked at when it come to. I mean, it is what it is. They look at the parents. They're still talking about Kim Porter and what really happened to her. Y'all can put that out there in the headlines all you want to. She died of pneumonia. There are just simply people that were close to her that didn't believe those allegations to be true, especially when she was in the middle of publishing a tell-all book. I think all of these is it's unfortunate. All of the things that took place, this breaks my heart when parents got to come out and it exposes a lot. Like, man, they got to come and practically plead with a kid to come home. Plead with a kid because I'll be sure said this straight up. Hey son, you safe. He used that word, you safe. You can come back here with your father, with your biological father, son. I wanted to mention this too, because a lot of people talking about this little letter that the young man Quincy put out saying, in his stance, how he feel like his daddy wasn't there and all that. Y'all know kids be confused. They don't really be knowing the story till they old enough. Number one, to understand. I'ma just say that like that real quick, just to understand. When I say understand, that's them asking questions and trying to comprehend what their parents might be telling them about the story. That's all they understand, in my opinion. All them other feelings about how he say I'll be sure wasn't there, he wasn't support. I mean, what more really can a man do when the mama go get married to somebody else and they living a life? She really didn't do nothing wrong. I had never heard of her keeping this young man away from his dad. He even admit he used to go in between homes and stuff like that in his younger years. He'd be over there with his mama and P. Diddy, and then sometimes he'd be over there with his daddy. Maybe he just, like I said, y'all got to keep that mind frame about this situation. Like, cut the young man some slack here. He only know probably what he was told for so long. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy. Who do y'all think? Let's just come on now. Let's put the numbers together. Who do y'all think was filling this man head up? Oh, your daddy ain't shit. Your daddy wasn't over there. Your daddy woo woo woo. You know what I'm saying? Putting that in that man ear about why he wasn't for sure. Because kids get a certain age where they ask and they want to know. Like, damn, what really happened to my daddy? And woo woo woo. So whatever age he began to ask those questions, he apparently ran with what he was told. When we talk about the fact that P. Diddy put a lot of money into whatever operations and stuff he had going on, I just feel like he shouldn't have put a whole nother person kid in it. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Now those girls that was at R. Kelly house, they were the biological kids of their parents too. I feel like this story is different because P. Diddy is not that man's biological father. And yes, it's raising eyebrows and suspicions because people say why he couldn't just call his son and tell him. You know what I'm saying? Probably because all kind of phones is tapping. It's a lot going on. He probably did. But I'm sure he knew what he was doing just as they publicized that Al B. Shore was in a whole coma recently, which I say, if y'all see the bottom of my thumbnail, I say Al B. Shore is a whole godsend, and I just don't mean as a parent. It's not every day you survive something like a coma. Uh, they saying even Kim Porter, his ex, did not survive her quote unquote demise of pneumonia, right? And I'ma just say that how I see it, you know what I'm saying? Well, remember I was just talking about that resurrection power? Yeah, he got up off that bed or whatever. God said, "No, I'm not through with your life, I'll be sure." And maybe it was uh for the extension of how his son was going to need him later. Maybe God knew that all this was going to go down with P. Diddy later, and he was going to need to be there, you know what I'm saying, for his son. Either way, he got up off that bed. That's powerful to me. Not to bring, you know what I'm saying, religion and things in it, but today does happen to be Resurrection Sunday, 2024, as I record this and get my reaction. And I just feel like, you know what? People are overlooking it. I'll be sure just survived the whole, and many of us have probably been through near death experiences that make you think about your life more, make you think about the things you love, the people you love, the people that say they love you, all that. So we know that he had one of these encounters recently. All I know, that man is still here walking amongst the land of the living, knowing as much as he knows. Uh, even those kids, that's just my reaction to this too. All those kids, I think he got a total of seven now, outside a baby girl that just don't know what the hell is going on because she's just too young. She's a new baby, but I just think it's crazy because in the everyday common world, when things go down and people know the kids might know something, they for sure talk. They rush in quick. You know, depending on what the parent got going on, you know, they gonna say child abuse, this, that, child neglect, child, this and that, right? Even Blueface went through this recently. You know what I'm saying? Going live, showing him entertaining his kids a certain way, letting his son, yeah, you know, that's one thing I respect about the law lately. They've been showing these celebrities, y'all are not above the law. If you doing things around the kids and the kids are seeing things they shouldn't be seeing, whatever, they need to be. This is my opinion. So yeah, it's, you know, for too long, money has led us to this point right here where we see what Al B. Sure is going through with his son. That's why, as the personal young lady I am, everything that glitters ain't gold. When I tell y'all I have learned that lesson 10 times over, you can't just walk up on me with a glittery wrist and gold and think I'ma trust you. You know, one of the first things that go off in my head, light bulbs about, not saying that all people with money are bad, is like, who are you? Like, how do you get what you get? And even if you tell me you got 5 6 different business ventures going on, there's always that one that I might not still know about. That one they don't tell you about might be that whole criminal part of what they're doing. It might be how they bring in most of their income. It'd be hard to trust people in 2024. I'm telling y'all, you know what I'm saying? People just want to look at shout this in Diddy's defense. You know, he's a good father. He take care of his kids and he got Al B. Sure son. Don't y'all think something like a God complex mentality minded person would want it to look that way? You went as far as to keep your quote unquote wing around the one that's your stepchild, knowing he got a father out there, when his father was having a near death experience and people were saying that Diddy might have had something to do with it. Seemed like Diddy was real quiet. I knew back then when I was hearing stuff about that. Like, yeah, it's something more to that man, P. Diddy boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just seems to work overtime to keep his image as a parent. Like, cause we all got flaws. Ain't nobody got time for that. I ain't heard yet a person didn't have one, two, three disagreements with their parents. He just the type that he works very hard to keep that out of the spotlight, to keep people from seeing that part. Hell, his twin daughters might have a problem with him sometimes. That's my point. Have the feds talk to them? If this was any one of us other people, commoners without money, they all in our face trying to get information from the kids. In our face, behind our back, however it go. I just feel like the celebrities shouldn't be above the law. Talk to their kids too. Then so much wouldn't be questioned. Maybe the kids would only respond what they've been told, no program to say. I've always been a type. I'm not. If you real, you ain't got to program them to say nothing. Your kids love you. They know you're a good person and stuff like that. That's gonna be known for itself. That's why I ain't never put in no extra energy or time and all this money to try to program my kids' minds to think a certain way about me. Hell, my daughter told me yesterday. One of my daughters, she was just like, and she sparked the conversation. Mommy, I feel like you should kick the habit of cigarettes. Things like that go a long way, and I wouldn't mind her telling somebody else what she feel about that. Once again, what parent is 100% perfect? Yeah, she said that, and she told me why. She told me why. Oh, my little baby. I wish I could tell y'all which one, because she just got the little sweetest heart. You know what I'm saying? I knew that was God talking through her. Like, it's just time to quit. You know what I'm saying? She was like, I want you to be with us long and I don't want you to die. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, it hit me a certain way. Cause I don't want her thinking like that. I want you to think like a kid. Don't worry about what, but as open and honest as I try to be with them too, we had to have a real talk about it for real. And the more I kept trying to cut it off, she kept on going. You know what I'm saying? She like, no, mommy, I just think you need to quit smoking cigarette. It could seem little to y'all, but I'm just saying it was one of those heart to heart moments, or just an example of what I mean. Like, I'm that open with my kids, you know what I'm saying? Even about my flaws. So why would I put in extra time, money, and energy to condition them to think a certain way about me? They know where I can where I have flaws, where I can work on myself and who I am overall. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like they go a long way, and I feel like celebrities too hound they kids as much as y'all hound ours, the commoners out here in the world. Like, for too long, nobody got to agree what I'm saying, but for too long, because people just had money to pay folks out, boom, boom, boom. Now you got all these conflicts. Even 50 Cent coming out trying to fight to get his son back from this girl that was supposedly working with p.diddy on the side. This man probably been trying to fight for custody rights or whatever he had going on with his baby mama 50 Cent, just for us to find out later she was possibly one of P Diddy sex workers. See, now that this is being revealed, he might not have such hard of a fight getting his son from her. It's crazy because I mean they talking about a whole Rico case with P Diddy, so it wouldn't be hard for him and his attorney to sit here and try to, you know what I'm saying, prove why his household would be a better place for his son to live right now. That's another reason why, because people like, why Al be sure come out and do that on social media and plead for his son to come home. Well, first of all, I agree what he did is smart. Yeah, right. The same week they raided this man supposed to raid his son home is the same week he plead for his son to come home. What's not smart about that? And now you have evidence on your social media that you did take this step. That way, if his son needs protection along the way or whatever, he just showing everybody he willing to fight for his son like this. So yeah, yeah, I'm sure Al B sure agrees. Uh, like, it's bad enough whatever he's had to endure, turn his what they call, how you say it, like turn a blind eye to so much because a man might have had more money, more clout, more power, and he got your whole seed over there. See, 50 Cent is kind of going through something similar. I just kind of wanted to come give my reaction because stuff like this has been going on for too long. Your character should speak more volumes. Your character, your I mean, your personality, you kind of born with that, but your character, that's like built. That's like supposed to be solid, and then that's not something you can play about. Your character gonna show for itself overall, no matter who lying on you, say what, did these allegations. See, Diddy and his lawyer coming back saying a million times that people just trying to ruin his that would show for itself if that was true, sir. There is too many allegations, too many proof, too many witnesses that seen what you was doing to people. They just waited till they felt like it was safe, in my opinion. Uh oh, they said, oh, at this point they raiding this man home. We can come out the shadows now. We can come out of the caves and everything and say what he's done to us too. But like I said, I do understand the business, and his attorney had to say something. It was just really funny they used the term witch hunt. He felt like his client was raided like it was some type of witch hunt. That is a really funny choice of words to describe what you feel like your client going through because they raided three of his homes. By the way, it's coming out now that he don't even he still owe loans on these homes, a total of 100 million in mortgages loans he took out for these homes. Once again, everything glistening and glittering gold. Why y'all think he had these workers working so hard then? That's just for his homes. That ain't including the bills in his homes, uh helping his kids to upkeep the lavish lifestyles they used to, his yachts and whatever else, jets he got. You see what I'm saying? Now they saying it's just crazy, y'all. See, people be like, "Oh, well, I'm gonna do whatever for this man because he got all these bands and Ray." Just show how people quick to call other people green. Like y'all be green to me. You go and do all this work for people because you think they got money and they talk you into it, and then it come out later. Really, they owe all these loans. That mansion ain't he. That mansion ain't. That mansion can be seized like any one of us regular people. That's what happens to anybody when you don't pay off something that you owe. Okay, I just think that's crazy. This man took out $140 million loan supposedly to pay for properties. I mean, it just go on and on. That was just a little bit, to prove my point. Stop being so quick to, well, they must be respectable. They got all this money. Well, I know about 5 businesses they got, but it could be that one business you don't know they got their fingers in. They get you in trouble because you done start working with them for some money. Like, then y'all out here looking down and talking down on the ones that take the more honest route. Hit that like button if you agree. Leave your opinions in the comments. And I just said the honest route. The honest route ain't never popular. You gotta walk to work. You riding the bus. You using Ubers. You might have to wear your hair weave an extra 2 months. You ain't got it like that to get it done every week. The women that's over there that do, oh, they're highly respected, ain't they? But you don't know. 50 Cent is finding out his baby mama was a whole sex worker for p.diddy. This is what the allegations are saying right now. p.diddy supposedly responded. That was funny too, talking about, well, nigga, you was abusing her too. Like, man, that's all you gotta say in your defense. The guilt just screams for itself. That's all you gotta say about this. A man abusing his baby mama is not your business, p.diddy. If he was, in other words, I guess there was a man to man thing they had going on. Like, he telling, well, you was abusing her too, but how does that give you a right? That shows a lot about your character. That's all you gotta say about it. Not I apologize or man, I shouldn't have did your baby mama like that. All you had to say about it was 50 Cent did it too. And what I tell y'all, character over money. Like, can we make that more popular? For real. Cause everything that glitter ain't gold. That's what that quote means. Y'all say it all day long, and it salt look like sugar, but it's different. Like y'all understand what that means. But when it come time to really look at it, y'all can't see. Y'all don't even understand it. And now everybody is throwing each other under the bus and just saying what they know now and blowing the whistle on everything. This is why situations get this messy. What can we learn from this? Any one of us. This is why situations get this messy because everybody was cool with the money. Yeah, just a year ago, in my opinion, Carisha was willing to marry P. Diddy and vowing she was down to whoop anybody come his way and that she was his biggest supporter. Just a year ago, this could happen to any one of us, especially when your character is not speaking the way it needs to. People that just show people be knowing people be wrong and they will turn on that ass. I mean, cause I wonder what he's thinking about her now. They saying even Carisha was one of his sex workers. What do y'all think about that? 1 second, y'all. I had to hurry up and grab this charger because my device, I can't have it cut off on me. This topic is getting too good. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I know we got to do better though. I should have made sure it was like fully, but I promise it was on like 55% when I got started. I ain't lying. But these things here, I'ma just make sure it's on 100%. But I had to come and give my 2 cents real quick because this is just I can see clearly through it, like how it got so messy, why it's like it is now, why everybody coming out with different things to say all of a sudden. It ain't hard to see. 1 second, guys. I'm back, y'all. I hope y'all didn't think I was gone yet. Let me grab my coffee real quick because I just feel like the celeb should not get off. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, if we was a commoner and we out here doing something and they feel like the kids got caught up in the crossfire and woo woo woo, because I know that all P.Diddy kids are not minors. I bet you that new baby mama he got too was a part of his work. What y'all think? See, notice how quiet she been. She don't never really give too many comments and opinions about things, but in my prediction, she will here soon too. Cause you know what I'm saying? They just be choosing to look at who they want to look at, and to me, it's be making stories sketchy and stuff. Like kids are kids, whether they're the celeb kids or because I noticed we don't hear much about CPS coming to talk to Kim Kardashian. It's only Kanye West who has to voice his opinion about where he thinks she be wrong at. With you know what I'm saying, just having her doing too much in the spotlight. Whoop whoop whoop. This man been pleading about that about his daughter. He don't be in the criminal eye, criminal crime. We don't hear this about. The most you hear about Kanye West is that he might be crazy. Well, guess what? I'd rather be labeled crazy than a criminal. What y'all think about that? Leave your opinions in the comments. You know, when you crazy, you go get you some help. But they'll hurry up and slap that on you. It was mostly the Kardashians calling him that. Still, their kids together are minors. And we rarely hear that Kim Kardashian is looked at because it's been rumors about stuff she might been off into, especially those Bitcoin cryptocurrency scams and everything. Sorry, Kardashian. I just had to put that out there, sis. You know, that's why I'm not so quick to be a fan or idol nobody. I don't know what you doing to get your money. People go to mile. They'll go to extra length just to look like something, even if it's for a little while. Even if what y'all mean, just so they can I guess they be wanting to control the imprint that they leave on people's mind of who they if they had the chance who they would have chose to be. Cause just be that and take the honest route. Don't be doing all this extra stuff trying to hide it, taking lives, abusing folks along the way. Like, come on, you could go to sleep every night thinking you the baddest, you the best, cause you got all this money, but your character it come out later you doing all this. Like, to me, that's worse. That ain't nobody assassinating your character. That's what his attorney said is going on. Folks just after his money. You can assassinate your own. You know what I'm saying? Trying to look too perfect. It's, we know where you have to be professional. That's why I do feel like people should have a right to their privacy. That's what Kanye West be talking about. She put too much of their business in the spotlight. He been talking about that with his baby's mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he put a lot of his business out there. Y'all see how he been having his wife walk around lately. So I'm like, I don't have too much to say about Kanye West just yet, but I agree with the people in the comments when it comes to his new wife. He just be having her walking around looking a little raunchy. Y'all know her dad came in there. We talking about another parent. She's a grown lady or whatever, consenting in the third, but her dad still made mention that he does not like how her new husband Kanye West has been, because it's I feel like it's a difference between showing your wife off and the way he's been showing her off. I don't know what this man on what point he's trying to prove, but yeah, that young lady's father came out and said, he got a right to his opinion. He was just like, I don't like Kanye West for her. I don't think that's respectful. He felt like she's shaming the family name because she just wear whatever he want her to wear. But this lady be more butt naked than Kim Kardashian was when they was together. What do y'all think? Now, you want to talk about an example of turning a quote unquote hoe to a housewife? That's what, for the most part, Kim Kardashian looked like to a lot of us when they were married. We supported it. We was like, oh, well, maybe you can turn one of those to a housewife. She had on more clothes than this new lady be having, and that new lady daddy definitely done came out in public recently talking about that. Like, he don't agree with how Kanye West got his daughter out here walking around. It's crazy, y'all. What I respect about Kanye West's new just saying I approve of this. The Al B. Shore, uh Kanye West, new wife daddy, those girls that was trapped at R. Kelly house who parents was calling out for them. What I can say I respect about this trend, because not every trend is healthy. More parents publicly coming out checking on their kids like that, straight up. Because it shows with the three examples I just named, they have no parts with these men sex partying with their daughter, straight up. That's why they're calling out like, hey, what's it? And even though these men be like, oh, your daughter grown, she over here doing this. Some parents don't want to hear this shit. I'm not gonna want to hear it when mine get older. If I feel like they own something, I'm looking at stuff now. Some things just reveal, like, clearly if you know you raise your child a certain way and they just start acting another way out of nowhere, you know something going on. Now I understand kids grow and they behave different, they have their own opinions and personalities, but some things are just too far fetched. Which I mean, you know that something more is involved. You just know it. It's almost like when we don't have more parents doing this, you're it's like this is being okay, because it could be a number of things, but it's almost like forget parental consent being snatched away from us in society. It's like parental intuition is being stripped away. It's like now we gonna tell parents that we crazy when we think something is off with our kids. Now that's weird. And don't let the mama and the daddy feel the same thing, because like with Kim Kardashian and their daughter, you got one parent that feel one way, and another parent, she just more open, free. She want her daughter to be herself and have, she'll say that on her show and everything. How she put it, she was like, I respect Northwest, she can be brutally honest. That's where I can like kind of agree with Kim Kardashian. When it comes to raising daughters, that's not an easy task anyway. I wouldn't say she's a single mother, but you kind of are when you're not married, straight up. She can have all the men she want in the world, but her ex-husband, he's married, and she's raising daughters. You know what I'm saying? So I can agree with her, that's not easy, but I agree with her too on that note. Like, let them be they self. Like, let mind can speak they mind, and people don't always like it. And a part of it was me teaching them that, supporting that, but a part of it is just their natural personalities. It's just guiding them the right way with it, guiding it the best you can. They're still going. Northwest is going to be who she wants to be when she gets older. Okay, regardless of who her mom and dad is. Same thing with Beyonce's daughter. People sit there and try to the reason I'm bringing all them up, because I'm still pleading my point, giving my opinion, expressions, and views on this topic, and how this parent, Al B. Shore, has come out recently pleading for his son to come home. I'm saying let's normalize what he did. Even if your kid's grown, you should have some type of parental intuition. Parental consent seem like that's all people talk about, where they can control their kids and how they raise their kids. That's beautiful. But as a parent, you should feel something when something ain't right with your child. Straight up. Y'all know how all these people come out on the news later talking about I didn't know. Like with the Cabo Six story and Alexis Ware story, like come on now. You had some type of intuition. You're a whole parent. And I'll be sure is proving that to us today. Y'all stop questioning my brother here talking about Mr. Al B. Short talking about why did he come out. That's his son. Even if he was not raised in a household with him and he was raised with P. Diddy, he can feel what he feels, especially if he feel like some foul play was involved with his most recent hospitalization. And he was in a whole coma, whatever he was going through. He just feel like, and it's not far fetched what he said. Y'all do know when you have money, you are now a target. It doesn't matter how likable you are. I know I speak on character a lot, and I'll let on my when I give my opinions and stuff, but you just become a target. Eh, Regardless if you're a good man, a good woman, you're a whole target. However, people can say come after you, woo woo woo, like, and P Diddy knows this to be true. That's why he trying to use it in his defense. The reason I say this doesn't work for him is there's just too much evidence that of the things he did down to them raiding his home, people filing lawsuits against you, and you paying them off. Filing lawsuits is one thing because, like I said, you're a target when you're a celebrity. You got that type of money. But when you actually settle and pay money, something like $30 million to Miss Cassie, oh yeah, you're guilty of something. So don't be trying to sit here and say people trying to assassinate your character, P Diddy. You cannot use that like the rest of us honest people. I'm gonna say honest people with money, because like I said, with money you're just a target, especially in the days we live in today. Inflation is bad as ever. Third world countries are going through things you wouldn't believe. Look at Haiti and Russia and the UK. Immigrants flooding our nation as we speak. You're a target if you got money. Even politicians been going through things. You hear crazy stories like politicians getting robbed. Like, when have we heard of this type of stuff? I cannot remember who I'm thinking about right now. They broke in their house and her husband got attacked. Who was that? I remember that story about a year or two ago. We didn't hear things like this in the 90s. Now we know there were always crooks and you know what I'm saying? Because just because you're a politician or something, don't make you. That's another area of people with money that needs to be looked at. Like, oh, well, that's a politician and they can't do no wrong. Y'all put these people on pedestals as like unto God. And Crown Publishing Content has a problem with that. You're a politician, you're human. You can still make a mistake. You just got the money to pay a good lawyer to help you try to get out of it. That's the only thing y'all got over us common people. That's all I know. I mean, that's my opinion. You got to look at these things for what they are. You got money, you're a target. Now, P. Diddy is not exempt from that. It's just that he cannot use that in his defense at this time, in my opinion. Now, brother, it's like if he's been targeting people, how you gonna be in the same classification as money as these people? But you done target so many. That's what I see. You done targeted so many people in the same industry. Yeah, now you feel targeted, and you want people to have sympathy and compassion at this time. But you done targeted so many. Probably not the ones that helped him do what he do. Y'all know what I mean. Shout out to Will Smith. Uh, this is kind of off topic, but I was kind of shocked to see that there was another Bad Boys coming out soon. Uh, Cause I thought they had banned this man. This type of stuff I'm talking about. So he gets to still produce movies and get his money this way, or is this something just to throw us all off course and distract us for a second? Cause I did not overlook this. I said, well, I thought they said this man can't do no more movies. Cause we ain't forgot. I ain't forgot. Like, come on now. Hey, you done disrespected a whole man on TV, slapped him, or y'all just going to come out and tell us that was all staged? Cause this type of stuff I'm talking about with money, his character already got exposed. You can't take a joke. You slap somebody. Come on now. But that means nothing. You're Will Smith, so you get to put out another Bad Boys. I don't know. I just feel like I be living in between dimensions, because this dimension right here just it's like, what? So I choose to live in my own dimension where things are fair. uh I don't idolize celebrities, not in the dimension and real realm I choose to live my life in. And it ain't many of us over there where I'm at. Because, it takes a lot of honesty and true character and integrity and turning the other cheek. Literally. like Chris Rock did. Now, Chris Rock might be over there where I be at, cause that showed his character showed he wasn't finna just jump out and fight you cause you wanted to on national television. And a lot of us are like that for real. We wouldn't care if your pot is boiling over with anger. The Bible tells us that's what's supposed to happen. When you show kindness while they mad, they're it's gonna heap like coals of fire upon their heads. We don't go out here looking to make people have coals of fire of anger on their heads. They already be like that. They just burn up even more that you don't feed into it. Y'all know what happens with a wildfire when you feed into it the wrong way, it spreads more, it's worse. More people are liable to get hurt. And Chris Rock is a man that understood that. Um, he also has children, by the way. They didn't take that lightly, seeing their dad slap. I was just wondering. I said, well, maybe this was all the setup to make the Bad Boys money, because they're sure coming out with another one. But shout out to him. Shout out to him and Martin Lawrence on that collab there. I'm sure a lot of us Bad Boy fans are we still gonna check the movie out. I'm not deceived at who these men show us, what they show us about their character. If a man like Will Smith came up, said, "Baby, I pay you, come over here and party with us," and yeah, people would call me crazy. I'm not going. Will Smith, I didn't hear too much about you, brother. Maybe if you'd have hit me up back in the Fresh Prince of Bel Air days, I was too young back then anyway to party, but uh, like that. You can't be so quick to jump on the wet because now look how all these people looking that was working with p.diddy. It's stupid, and it shouldn't take this much coming out for us to see these type of things when it comes to money and character. But I'm just here to speak on it. Who else gonna do it? It's stupid. Carisha's a prime example. You was looking for a quick come up for your brand, and you said, "Well, I'll work with P Diddy because maybe she didn't hear what the psychic said was coming for him later." It's stupid. Later on, they be wanting to cry and say, "Oh, I didn't know he had something to do with this and that and that." That is so stupid. You heard that shit through the grapevine like the rest of us did. You just quick to make a dollar. But what never ceases to amaze me is they can't handle the penalty, so they willing to throw that same person with money under the bus when it come down to it, and it's like it come out about who they character really be. Like, oh, either they say they didn't know what was really going on, they was just working with them, which is a bunch of bull half the time, or they just be sad that they got caught up with the person. So my question be, what is wrong with the honest rep? If all this come out later, at this point you have a father pleading for his son to come home. Carisha, how do you feel about this, sis? I was just wondering. Hell, I think they'd have been some business relations. First of all, should remain private. I agree with Kanye West about that. He yeah, they call him crazy, but in his defense, he just feel like Kim Kardashian is too loud of a woman. See this new lady he's with? Y'all, she ain't always gotta say this, that, be all in. Y'all notice that? Women, pay attention. They be quick to try to hate on and see what it is. I'm sure Kim Kardashian is doing it too. What is it in her he sees? And what is my daughter like her stepmother better than me? She thinking that to herself because that's what insecure women do. And the truth be in the pudding. You want to compare yourself to his new wife, but sis, just look at it. She's not loud like you. She's not always trying to get clout and be the main one at the party and buy the highest dress. She probably do, but it ain't everybody business. A real man, I would think, a real man serious about his business ventures and his money. He don't want no woman like that. That's while they was married. Ain't no telling what old Kim Kardashian was doing. Now I'm sure I almost said Kim Ye. Kanye West, I don't know how to say what I'm trying to say, but I just know his new wife, she seems a lot more submissive. Even her dad is saying it ain't like her to wear all the raunchy clothing she's been wearing, and he doesn't agree with it since she's married Kanye West. Uh, I just feel like the way she been dressing, they will have a baby soon. They put in their, that's the way they express themselves, not too much talking. Kanye West, the type of man, and I hope the manifest is similar. Not on the her walking around raunchy part and the skimpy clothes, but the type of relationship like hell, we ain't gotta say nothing. Look who this man is. Look who my husband is. And we have that mutual agreement. And the husband is like, look at who my wife is. He ain't gotta say too much. But see, when he was with Kim Kardashian, she just always want to talk and be in the spotlight. Always got to sit by the Joneses at the Grammys, that type of lady. And oh my God, and them be the type of ladies. I swear, they go in head, no, and tail. Head, hammer, and tail is what I was trying to say. Whatever I'm trying to say, they go in hard to defeat the quiet women because they can't understand why their man loves her so much. What does she have over me? It speaks. Look at that woman character. She ain't trying to be like you, Kim Kardashian. She's happy in her own skin. But a lot of women are trying to be Kim Kardashian. Y'all see what I mean? Kim Porter was definitely a catch. So much of a catch that you had a man like P. Diddy felt like he could compete with Al B. Shore. But in my opinion, that is one sexy man. Al B. Shore, he's still a good looking man to this day. And his son's very handsome. Handsome and character, two different things. But I can admit that as a woman. I know a good looking man when I see one. So that's what he is. And a man like P. Diddy, I wouldn't call him ugly, but it's funny how your character, you see that on people. They start to look different. Like, mm. And it's not a light skin over dark skin thing or nothing. It's just, in my opinion, Al B. Shore is the way he got one hit. Uh, I could talk so much shit right now. I mean, because when it comes to my thoughts and opinions on this topic and these brothers, but his one hit, women. I'm trying to take y'all back to when all this was going down. Kim Porter was here. She has a baby with Al Short. Out of all the men in the industry, a woman you want to take, why her? Why her from him? And her and his son. You see what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Yeah, Al B. Short's son, Kim Porter and Al B. Short. Because you have to understand the times at the time. She was a catch. He was a catch. Diddy wasn't much. That's You could tell the ones that really don't believe in themselves like that. Seem like they always got to knock off 10, 12. I can see knock 1, 2 out the way to get where you need to go or something. And I don't mean in an unaliving way. I mean whatever they be doing in the industry. Maybe that's understandable. But then you got a whole 10, 20, 50, 100 people that say you done stepped on them in some way, shape, or form to get where you are today. Even if he delayed today coming and the truth about himself coming out, it's like it's still true. Money don't fix securities. Apparently, you already had her, and he was willing to get her out the way. That's what some believe. All to cover up what we all finding out anyway. That's one hell of a karma, boy. You done got all these people out the way, so folks don't know that you're quote unquote gay or bisexual. Hell, even the country is letting you know you can be who you want to be. They did that years ago. I feel like P. Diddy is one of those should have just came out the closet a long time ago. Like, the LGBT community has been accepted. They're protecting them now and everything. But you're still doing all this to all these people. You have a personal problem, sir. You doing this to all these people and paying them. That's a waste of money. You done paid her. Mm-mm. Now, the only thing I can think of in P. Diddy's defense, even if somebody had him out here like this, acting like he was, he could have stood up and asked for help a long time ago. So it seems like he enjoys the type of work he was into